You know what? I am just so happy that Target made it so incredibly easy for all of us collectors to get this in hand. It was simple. What can I say? Hey YouTube, what goes on? And welcome back to Disavowed Action Figures. Tonight, bringing another action figure review, bringing you the Marvel Celebrating 85 Years Marvel Legends Target exclusive Warbird, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, call her whatever you want to call her. I am pumped to have this thing in hand. I was being sarcastic in that cold opening. Please don't kill me too much in the comments. Yes, this thing was a nightmare to get. It sold out in like 30 seconds as a pre-order. The morning it was actually released by its street date on Sunday the 21st. It basically disappeared on shelves immediately. I only got mine because I did go on the Target app around 7:30 a.m., did a search for local stores, and found that about an hour away, which really is not that local, I purchased it for pickup. I got to the store. Thankfully, it wasn't a potato. It wasn't a DMD, Dr. Britt Baker, AEW figure waiting for me. It wasn't any of those things. It was the Warbird figure. So I'm very excited to have this thing in hand. Heard a lot of good things. As you look at the packaging rotating around, this new 85 years line has been absolutely amazing. I'm loving all the figures I've had so far in this summer line. So if you watch these reviews before, what we'll basically do is take a look at the packaging, crack it open, take a close look at the figure itself, its aesthetics, how it looks in hand, move it around a little bit, and then we'll do my favorite to do in all these videos, which is comparisons with other Marvel Legends and other action figure lines. So as mentioned, celebrating 85 years of Marvel, loving this line thus far. If the barcode will help you, there it is. Take a screenshot right now. I ran this through a kiosk earlier on, the picture of it at least, and it was nowhere to be found in my area. Loving the window packaging coming back. I say it in all my reviews. Loving seeing everything here on display. Yes, it's a smaller Marvel Legends box. I will compare it in a moment to other Marvel Legends boxes. You can see how it is much smaller. Top of the box, celebrating Marvel 85 years. Back of the box, you already saw right there. Nice picture of Carol Danvers, Warbird, Captain Marvel. Call her what you want. On the side, same artwork, zoomed in on the face. 85 years Marvel celebrating logo. And bottom legally is already showed you the barcode. So again, looking cool. Let's compare the box because I like cardboard boxes apparently. So if you're a weirdo like me and you care about packaging, and I don't keep all of it, but here's a comparison for you. Here's a standard window Marvel Legends box. Why I have Master Mordo still in box laying around, I can't tell. It's covered in dust. But basically, as you can see right here, much thinner, not as wide, also shorter, no flap. The sides also thinner. So a much smaller cardboard box, a lot less plastic being used in the front, considering it's a smaller box in general. But you can still see everything in there, which is fantastic. If that's the direction they go with Marvel Legends in the future, I'm cool with it. And here is our Marvel Legends Warbird, or I'll call her Ms. Marvel throughout most of this video, because I loved Brian Michael Bendis's The New Avengers. I loved Secret Invasion. I loved Siege. I loved all those stories Bendis wrote back in the aughts. Therefore, I really needed this figure on my New Avengers or Mighty Avengers shelf, depending on the comic book. So she was Ms. Marvel back then. Obviously, a bunch of different names over the years. Carol Danvers is here. First impressions, she looks really friggin' awesome. This is a figure we have rarely gotten. I believe the only one I remember being was in a 3-pack, was an exclusive to Toys R Us or Target or Walmart, I don't know. Is before my collecting days. I've seen it plenty of times and it's super expensive to get that 3-pack. This one looks much better. I don't even have that one to compare it, so we're not going to do it. But this looks fantastic to me. I'm utilizing my road cone for the first time, the construction cone, for the alternate head sculpt. Expect more of that in the future. Never thought about doing it till now. We do have other accessories. We have another set of hands and those kind of orange blast effects that honestly, I kind of don't really care about when it comes to figures like this. They've been used so many times at this point, I just don't care. The alternate hands, we'll take a quick look at. There's basically, it's kind of like, look at me hands, you know, they're kind of displaying a power, I guess you could say. I rarely use those sorts of hands, but they do show some expression. I'll be using the fists on this figure. And then the other head sculpt on the road cone, on the construction cone, looking good. Biggest difference, which we'll compare in a little while, is the fact that the masks are different sizes, and also the hair is obviously going to be a little bit different on each one of those. But this thing's looking pretty freaking cool so far. Let's take a closer look at the figure itself. So figure up close, Carol came out looking great. I do love that they have that iconic looking element right there on the chest as the emblem. This is a loose piece, very soft plastic, moves all around, as you can see right there. Good friend Toy Gains pointed out to me in his review, check it out, it's an awesome review, that this is also raised up. It's not painted. So this actually can be noticed as being lifted up on the legs for the boots, not just a cheap paint cop-out right there. Hair looking great. Again, the masks, this mask being the smaller of the two. Lips, eyes look good on mine. I love the windswept hair. She's a flying character, so she'll be in the air a lot. Back of the character looking fine. Again, boots raised up right there, going down just smooth. Kind of a more matte finish, nothing really going on there. Feet, a little bit of folding going on down at the toes. No, there's no toe joints, but we're getting there, right, Marvel Legends? We're getting there, Hasbro team. Toe joints on the female figures. We'll get there, I'm sure, pretty soon. Muscle tone, everything else in this looking really good to me. Very muscular looking figure. Shoulders, arms looking big. Overall, again, just looking like a cool character, cool figure. It's what it needs to be. They didn't overdo it to me. And everything else about it just looks pretty dang good as far as how it looks in hand to me. All right, let's move it around a little bit. So Ms. Marvel, or Warbird, is using a lot of the same articulation points from that Black Widow and Sharon Carter mold, meaning that we do get the articulated butterfly joints going on in the shoulders. So that's one really nice thing with this figure. Everything is also going to be pinless, so pinless arms, pinless legs. You can see no pins on me. Looking fantastic. As far as how it's actually going to go, head will rotate all the way around despite the hair being so long. Head will go down about that far if we bury the chin. Hair is going to encumber it going back. No play really left or right at all with the head. Shoulder will rotate all the way around the hair. It'll go up very far past 90 right there. It does have that really good butterfly joint. I mean, that goes really far across. There's nothing prohibiting it from getting further across the center. So to kind of show you here, you can see she can basically get almost her arms crisscrossing, which is really good on that butterfly joint. In the back, it'll go about that far back. Single jointed double elbow. It is pinless right there. And again, I'd like to point out, remember Lady J for G.I. Joe Classified was one of the first female figures in Hasbro. That had that pinless elbow, and it's kind of stiff, hard to move around. This thing just moved great right out of the packaging. Upper bicep swivel going on right there. Hand rotates all the way around. Left and right, lateral or horizontal movement there on the wrist. As far as the torso goes to the side about that far, side about that far. Forward, I don't want to cheat and use that bottom articulation about that far forward, and relatively far back, about that far back. Again, you will get this piece right here also down at the lower waist. And let's her go really far down with the use of her legs and basically the use of the torso. She can look really far down, and that's how far back she's going to go. Bit of a click there. You can see also very far back. Everything you need it to do right there. Legs, there is a thigh swivel, but notice it's a lower, I guess because they put this here as part of the mold. So they do have the thigh swivel a little bit lower. Double jointed pinless knee going about that far back. It will kick forward about yay far. Will kick back about that far back. Splits, if you were curious, split about that far out. It does have toe going down very far as well. Foot going up about that far. It's on a rocker. So overall, the articulation is fantastic on this figure. The more female figures we get on this articulation, on this buck, the better. And again, toe joints would be pretty cool. We don't need them, but it's still be pretty cool. So the first comparison that probably makes the most sense are other female figures who do share a very, very similar buck. So here is the Black Widow Target exclusive, the Sharon Carter from the Shield 3-pack that came with Nick Fury and Dum Dum Dugan, and also our Warbird. So them standing together, they look pretty freaking cool, all being Shield agents at some point in time working together in the comics. Also, I would say the Black Widow and also Warbird, very essential to that Bendis comic I was talking about earlier on, back in the Secret Invasion days. So these three look pretty good together. And again, the more female figures we get using these articulation points, the better for collectors. As far as some male Marvel Legend comparisons, here are three new Marvel Legends right here I reviewed recently. Here's that Nick Fury, the OG Nick Fury, from that Shield 3-pack that came with Sharon Carter and Dum Dum Dugan. Here is the Luke Cage and Danny Rand Iron Fist in the same Marvel Legends Celebrating 85 Years Summer Program line. Friggin' love those. Also reviewed them. They are the sleeper hit of the summer to me. So you can see she is going to be relatively undersized as compared to these other bucks, these other figures. So she probably could be a little bit taller. I'm guessing she's supposed to be about 6 foot, maybe a little shade shorter than that, because I'm guessing really if this is the standard buck that we use now, that should be about 6 foot. So she'd probably be a little bit shorter based on that. So a little bit of height probably would have gone a long way with her, but it doesn't take away my enjoyment or essentially the accuracy of the figure necessarily. And some more Marvel Legends comparisons. Here is our Warbird as compared to other Marvel Legends. I mentioned loving the Secret Invasion storyline by Brian Michael Bendis. Here is the Queen Varanki, Jessica Drew, and the Skrull, Super Skrull 2-pack that came in our last Avengers anniversary line from Target. And again, you can really see this era coming to life on your shelf. Two more female Hasbro action figure comparisons. Here is Star Wars Black Series Bo-Katan and the Indiana Jones Adventure Series Marion as compared to our brand new Marvel Legends Warbird. And for two more female figure comparisons to non-Hasbro action figure lines, here is Marvel's Warbird as compared to the Dr. Britt Baker DMD-AW Jazzwares action figure and the Jada Toys Street Fighter II Chun-Li. So, wouldn't mind seeing these gals throw some fists. Be kind of fun to watch. And here is our Carol Danvers Marvel Legends Warbird as compared to the Plunderlings Feral Cheetah and the new Jack Specific Simpsons line Homer Simpson. I also reviewed all the figures from that first line. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. And last, and as everybody loves to say, certainly not least, here is the brand new Marvel Legends Target exclusive Marvel celebrating 85 years Marvel's Warbird as compared to the Jazzwares AW Unrivaled Orange Cassidy. Orange is kind of staring her down here. I don't think he quite realizes he's about to get popped right in the chin. Overall final thoughts on this new Marvel Legends Target exclusive Warbird figure. Is it good? Yeah, it's really, really good. Is it perfect? No action figure is ever perfect. Come on now, you know that. Do you need to go absolutely insane crazy to go try and find this thing? I don't think you do. Unless you really, really love Warbird as a character, unless you really have a Carol Danvers thing going, I'm happy I got it. If I wouldn't have gotten it, no, I would not have paid some crazy aftermarket price on eBay to lock it down. Right now, it's extremely hard to find. Let me know in the comments, did you find it? Did you buy it? Do you want it? Are you frustrated by the pre-order situation with this thing? Personally, I really feel they will restock this often. I know it's a flip of the coin with how Target's going to restock exclusives and figures in general. However, it just seems like Hasbro's been getting a little bit better at rectifying their sins of the past and making things available to collectors, even if you have to wait a little bit to do it. So please don't go out there and overpay for this thing right now. Play the long game, be patient. It should start showing up more, hopefully, in your Target stores. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you, does not cost you anything, and helps us grow the channel tremendously on the march to 6,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell for notifications, because that way YouTube should notify you and tell you when we post new content here to the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out over Instagram and Twitter at Disavowed_12. Hey everybody, if you're going toy hunting this week, please try to remember the 3 P's of the toy hunt: patience, persistence, but most of all, politeness. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.